Tonight, Gen Z weighing in. Kamala Harris is running laps around Donald Trump on TikTok. A new analysis showing that a whopping 71% of the top performing posts about her in the past week on TikTok were positive. As for Trump, the situation was reversed. 72% of the top posts mentioning him were negative. So Harry Enten is with me to go beyond the numbers. All right. So, Harry, when you look at that just as a general proxy for youthful enthusiasm and exuberance, you see it. She's riding high. This obviously could still be, though, a very tight race. So does the energy match the reality?
I mean, look, we have a new Reuters Ipsos poll that came out after the debate. It has Harris up by 5 points. But that's, in fact, not much of a change from where we were last month when it was Harris by 4. I think the general picture you're looking at in the polling here is, yes, Harris is doing better than she did when she got in the race. In terms of post-debate versus pre-debate, I think there's been a little bit of movement across the different metrics that I'm looking at. But the bottom line is not that much movement, which I guess is not so surprising in a 50-50 country, right?
Right. Well, that would make sense. But again, you start with 2, you get to 4 and 5.
Good.
I mean,
That's
those are big moves.
Relatively speaking, right?
So, all right. So in the debate, Trump made his waves, not for the reasons, though, that his campaign wanted him to, right? They wanted him to lay out policy. But you did some digging and found out what is actually breaking through, that he said, what people are looking at.
Yeah, what are the rising things that people are Googling along with Donald Trump's name? It's not what Donald Trump's campaign would necessarily want, right? It's eating pets. It's eating dogs. It's eating cats. Obviously, that was Donald Trump's moment on the debate stage. Of course, that's a Fugazi story. It's not real. It's fake, yet he went after it. This is a disaster. Who the heck, if you're running a presidential campaign, that you'd want your name being Googled with eating pets, eating dogs, eating cats? My goodness gracious.
Well, I mean, maybe he thinks it's a win.
Well, he's wrong.
Knows? All right, so he is shutting down the possibility of another debate. Maybe because even though he says he won, he's seen that Reuters Ipsos poll, he's seen what people think. All right, so he could change his mind. Aaron Perini was saying he'll change his mind again, and we don't know what will happen. But is it better for him, as you look at the numbers, to do another debate or not?
Well, Republican voters believe that he, in fact, should do another debate because perhaps they feel like he can't do particularly worse than he did in that debate against Kamala Harris. Interestingly enough, Democrats actually do not want another debate. Just 35% want another debate. That, of course, makes sense as well because I think a lot of those Democrats feel like, hey, Kamala Harris beat Donald Trump. Let's run off the field right now.
But that's what I was saying to Axelrod. Why not just take your chips and go? And he said, well, sometimes you really want to make sure you get the win. All right. Thank you, Harry Enten.
Thank you.